In LA this week,
we get a sneak peek of the newly refurbished Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Yes, this storied stadium does get to keep its name. Well, sort of. I'm Gil Reyes. I'll explain next.
I'm Rasha Goel. Up next, a special gift from Council District 7 for these students as they hit their first day of school.
Roaring times at the LA Zoo have rolled in. There's music, there's animals, and there's even bigger animals. I'm Anna Marcos. That's coming up.
Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening on LA this week. As the city of Los Angeles grapples with homelessness, Congresswoman Maxine Waters held a field hearing on the issue with local leaders. Anita Bennett has the story.
With 36,000 people experiencing homelessness across the city, Congresswoman Maxine Waters held a field hearing in Exposition Park to discuss the crisis and possible solutions.
We cannot ignore that our homelessness crisis is directly linked to the affordable housing crisis. Too many people cannot afford to keep a roof over their heads, as wages have not kept pace with rising rents.
Waters chairs the House Financial Services Committee and has a $13 billion bill designed to end homelessness working its way through Congress. She invited local and state leaders, as well as experts and activists, to the California African American Museum to discuss homelessness in their communities.
Last year, 48,000 real people in the county of Los Angeles moved from homelessness into homes. But 54,000 new people went into homelessness.
The causes are many.
Some are homeless because of substance abuse and psychological problems and trauma. Some are mostly homeless because the rent's too damn high.
Other contributing factors include households severely burdened by high rent, young people who age out of the foster care system, and domestic violence. All problems, Garcetti says, must be addressed.
This has been the legacy of too many decades of neglect, but it is on our watch to end it, and Washington, D.C. must and will, with your success, be a part of that solution.
While there were no clear solutions today, Congresswoman Waters did urge Mayor Garcetti and the city to buy up problematic motels and turn them into affordable housing. Garcetti said the city is moving on motels while also lobbying the state to change laws that currently limit the amount of time a person can stay in a motel to 29 days.
Congresswoman Waters' homelessness bill passed in committee and is headed to a vote in the House. However, experts say it faces an uphill battle in the Republican-controlled Senate. Here in LA, the fight to end this crisis comes down to simply offering a bed to sleep in. The city of Los Angeles teamed up with Wells Fargo to open a new program on Skid Row to help women experiencing homelessness find permanent housing. Saida Pagan was there for the grand opening.
Thousands of women are homeless in Los Angeles. Sleeping on the streets, they can experience violence and mental trauma. But here at the Downtown Women's Center, there is hope thanks to the Enhanced Bridge Housing Program. Inside, these staff members have set up dozens of extra beds in the lobby of the center. Now there is room for even more homeless women in desperate need. Erica Newsom was homeless for about a year.
For me, it was pretty much scary, lonely, and confusing.
Erica says she knows what the women will be thinking.
The first thing is, well, I have a place to lay down, a place that's warm and comfortable. I don't have to worry about being on the streets tonight.
City leaders, along with representatives from Wells Fargo Bank and homeless advocates, gathered at the Downtown Women's Center to officially launch the program, the first of its kind on Skid Row.
When we find these safe places to be able to tell women that they can go to, so they don't spend the night out there on the streets, it shows who we are as a city.
Hundreds of homeless women use the center every day. Now several more will be able to stay there overnight. During the day, caseworkers will try to find them permanent homes.
The Enhanced Bridge Housing Project will mean so much to the women of Skid Row. Not only will they have a safe and warm place to sleep at night, they will also have access to clean clothes, an evening meal, and a hot shower.
Council member Mitch O'Farrell heads up the Homeless and Poverty Committee.
go to bed with services and wake up with services that will keep them healthier and put them on a pathway to permanent supportive housing. And so we need to multiply this by the thousands across the city.
The program shows that progress can be made, but Mayor Garcetti says it will take time.
And don't despair that we can't solve this problem. In between that is projects like this, where one set of beds at a time, one neighborhood shelter at a time, one permanent supportive housing building at a time will solve this crisis.
The additional beds are just the first phase of the Enhanced Bridge Housing Program. The need is so great that there is talk of renovating the Downtown Women's Center to allow for even more space to provide shelter to more homeless women.
Along with financial support from Wells Fargo Bank, the program and others like it are also getting funding from the state to fight homelessness. The venue most of us know as the LA Coliseum gets a new official name and $315 million of arena improvements in time for the kickoff of football season. Gil Reyes has more from the gridiron.
Are you ready for Trojans and Rams football? Then also get set for a more pleasing fan experience at the newly refurbished United Airlines Field at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. For starters, nearly 78,000 new seats, each one with a cup holder for your beer, water, or soda. There's also Wi-Fi throughout the arena.
And maybe the best of all is that not a penny of public money was used to renovate this publicly owned stadium.
They include restoring the 50-year-old mural located at the entrance by the late artist Hans Rosian, handrails on the aisles with anti-slip coating on aisle stairs, a new 7-story Scholarship Club tower with enhanced suites, loge boxes, and club seats. The rooftop 1923 club also has breathtaking views of downtown Los Angeles.
This newly refurbished arena actually came close to being called simply United Airlines Memorial Coliseum, after United Airlines pledged to pay millions of dollars towards its renovation. But veterans groups protested.
Veterans reminded people that the stadium was originally built to honor World War I service members from Los Angeles, so a compromise was reached, hence the new official name, United Airlines Field at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
They were able to not only honor our veterans by ensuring that this renovation brought this war memorial back to its former glory, but also by preserving the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum's historically significant name.
Councilman Curran Price represents the area.
Especially proud because it included a 30% local hire provision, meaning that a lot of the workers who worked on this project lived within 5 miles of this project. And that's significant.
Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti looks forward to the 2028 Olympic Games in LA.
We'll put a track back here. Part of the opening ceremonies will be here, even with that other beautiful stadium being built across town in Inglewood. We will see that this city is indeed a city of angels.
The new Coliseum opens on August 24th when the LA Rams take on the Denver Broncos. USC also meets Fresno State on August 31st at the Trojans' home opener. As you know, new clothes, new supplies all mean one thing: school's back in session. But for many families experiencing homelessness, they may not always be able to afford the things their kids need. That's why the city and its partners stepped in to help. Rasha Goel has more.
It's a special first day of school for many of the kids here as they head back to the classroom. These kids and their families are currently living in Vagabond Inn in Sylmar, and thanks to a collaboration between Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, the LA Unified School District, and homeless service providers, these kids will be going back to school with a new backpack, school supplies, and breakfast.
Valley Caring Services, yeah, they're very, very helpful.
Well, it's helpful. That's a big thing. Some people don't have enough money to buy backpacks because it's really expensive.
You know, we take for granted the first day of school being just this normal kind of wake up, you know, you have your breakfast with your family and you go off to school. For families living in motels, it's not a normalcy that they become accustomed to. And I wanted to remind these families that we haven't forgotten about them, especially these kids. I want to make sure that they know that they are, you know, there are efforts to provide them resources and support their greatest academic success, and more importantly, that these families get the support that they need.
Officials tell me this is considered transitional housing for those that are actually living here. And currently there are 80 families that live in this particular motel. I spoke to some of the families here today who tell me that receiving backpacks has been extremely helpful.
Oh, this is amazing because every 28 days we have to leave the motel as a homeless person, unable to stay here, and then we have to pay for another location as well as storage fees. And so I didn't have enough money to purchase supplies. So this is so appreciated. We didn't even expect this morning.
In June of 2019, Councilwoman Rodriguez launched a homeless family hub, supported through state funds dedicated to homelessness challenges. North Valley Caring Services, a nonprofit that serves homeless and low-income individuals and families, operates the hub and is pivotal in helping provide care for homeless families in the Northeast San Fernando Valley.
We don't rely on the families being able to come to us, so one of the things we have is an outreach in which every week we come out to the motel families and we offer them a hot meal. We really take that pressure off of them. Most of these motels do not have refrigeration or microwave, so that hot meal really does go a long way, and they've gotten to the point where they really depend on it. We'll work with families who need clothing, who need special needs for the children. On a day like today, the backpacks are really important.
What makes this collaboration different from others is the direct involvement of the LA Unified School District.
But what we were able to do was to create a unique partnership with the Los Angeles Unified School District to help facilitate more direct referrals for many of these families from the school site to these wraparound services.
She's coming with a smile. She has a book bag. She was going to take her things in a plastic bag this morning. So I think, you know, every kid loves a brand new backpack to go to school with.
Just another example of how a small act of kindness goes a long way.
And even more low-income students headed to school with brand new backpacks, thanks to the generosity of a local sports franchise and a local nonprofit.
Please welcome the brand new Clippers forward, Kawhi Leonard.
We're here today to celebrate the extraordinary generosity of Kawhi Leonard and the LA Clippers toward children in Los Angeles, especially during this critical back-to-school time.
A backpack alone is a prized possession for any child, but for the children in our program who are homeless or in foster care, it means the world to them.
It's not just every student at 107th Street and in Moreno Valley who will be getting a new backpack. Today, Kawhi and the Clippers are announcing they are also giving brand new backpacks to every student in both LAUSD and the Inglewood Unified School District.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard, for being here, for believing in our scholars of 107th Street School, as well as the entire LAUSD. Having you provide all of the scholars with backpacks lets us know that you believe in us and that we matter.
The goal of mine of this year is being great on and off the court, and I felt like this was a great way to start. I know how hard it is for parents and students at the start of the year, so hopefully these backpacks are meaningful to the people that need them.
LADWP shines the light on power outages. A new online map makes it easier to find fun stuff to do, and City Attorney Mike Fuhrer cracks down on people selling illegal pharmaceuticals. All this in City Beat. No more sitting in the dark when it comes to information on power outages. The LADWP now provides a 24/7 alert service to customers about major power outages for up to 3 neighborhoods. Get your notifications by text, emails, or both. City Controller Ron Galperin has released a new online map called Summer Fun in LA that highlights over 800 city-funded places to go and things to do in Los Angeles during the summer season. Find free or low-cost events at lacontroller.org/summerfun. LA City Attorney Mike Feuer has announced the filing of criminal charges against 8 individuals for allegedly importing and selling 100,000 illegal and counterfeit pharmaceuticals. For a list of free and low-cost health clinics, visit lacityattorney.org/health clinics. The Port of Los Angeles is awarding $1 million in grants to 30 local organizations under the Port's Community Investment Sponsorship Program. The program, which is non-taxpayer funded, gives out these grants to support education, community projects that focus on local workforce development, the environment, and on promoting the LA waterfront. The grants were put in the categories of small, medium, and large, with recipients of large grants including EXP for its Preparing the Next Generation Workforce program, the Los Angeles Maritime Institute for its Top Sail Youth program, and the Boys and Girls Club of the Los Angeles Harbor for its Port, Ocean, and Land Awareness program. They're the costumes that help tell the story, and you'll probably recognize some of them from your favorite TV shows. They were all on display at the Fashion Institute of Design as the museum celebrates the Emmy Award-nominated fashion.
We're here at the 13th Annual Art of Television Costume Design Exhibition at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, FIDM, in downtown Los Angeles. Right here we have over 100 costumes from 23 featured shows, 10 of which are Emmy nominated for Best Costume Design.
The museum as it is now was founded when we built this building for the college, and it's an adjunct to the college. And with Los Angeles being the home to Hollywood, where television and film really began and flourishes, we feel it's a very, very important part of our culture.
I'm thrilled to be included in the exhibit here at FIDM. It's a real occasion for costume design, and it's really wonderful to see some of my favorite shows here right next to my clothes.
The costumes just seem to get better and better as the years go on.
We as costume designers spend our days thinking about the pieces that are going to help tell the story, the pieces of clothing or jewelry or hats and shoes and all those little things that we all put on every morning that we don't necessarily think about. But it's my job to think about them to help tell the story in a way that makes sense for the character. And ideally, if I'm doing it right, you'll never notice.
FIDM Museum is the gift to the community. We never charge admission. We do 3 major exhibitions a year. This is one of our very favorite ones.
What we love about here is that we have a variety of genres, period, fantasy, sci-fi, costumes that really show the characters of who these people are in your favorite TV shows. So when you visit here, you get to see that. It's almost like you get to be part of your favorite TV shows.
We made a real effort to have the clothes be a way into the story.
We want to educate generations about costume and ready-to-wear, couture, film costume, TV costume, all types of costume, because it's so important to our heritage.
It's a chance to leave the kids at home and come play with the zoo animals yourself. Roaring Nights at the LA Zoo is one big party animal bash. Ana Marcos gets in on the fun.
This 8,000-pound elephant is ready to play ball to the delight of the audience. Roaring Nights at the LA Zoo have kicked off. It's kind of like a party for grown-ups who never outgrew their love of animals, the huge or the sleek and predatory.
It was really cool. It was really cute. It was playing with the box for a little bit, so that was really interesting to see.
He was smaller than I expected, but
not very savage either, right? No. Yeah. He kind of sounded like, or he looked like a lazy house cat a bit. Yeah.
Or how about something a bit hairier? Gorillas, anyone?
I can run pretty fast, but I'm cognizant of the possibility.
That?
It could jump. It could make it. I watch Animal Planet a lot. I think it could make it.
You think it could jump over that moat?
Well, you know, it might grab a limb or something. They swing.
Visitors get a front row seat to feeding time for some of the animals. This little guy is willing to put on an entire show of tricks for a few mouthfuls of fish. And good hygiene is also important. This seal barters a toothbrush session for a chance at the tasty snacks. While this rescued sea lion may be blind, but he knows what it takes to get in on the feeding action. And apparently some will even submit to entire medical exams, as long as you keep those treats coming.
Oh, they're so adorable. Personality.
And there's even a petting zoo for us big kids. This is a California king snake. Now, it looks harmless enough, but this is a constrictor. It can actually kill a rattlesnake.
We involve animals in every event that we do. So from land to sea, we offer a little taste of really special and popular animals here.
And the party's just getting started. Our zoo residents may be going to bed, but not these party animals. Dancing, DJs, food trucks, and a full bar are all on the after-hours menu.
Animals are asleep. No animals.
Wait, what about the animals?
There's no animals. They're asleep. Even though it's a full moon, and we did go, oh!
I had some, margaritas. So this is a party for the big kids? Yes, it's a party for the big kids, and it's been incredible.
I saw a snake and a turtle, and that's about it.
I love it. So I bring them around too.
And you're dancing?
Yes, we love it. Yes, we've been hitting every spot.
And if you're wondering why people on one of the dance floors are dancing in silence, well, it's the silent disco, of course. All the music you need is in those bright fluorescent headphones.
This is really a chance for LA guests to explore the intersection between music, culture, and nature. People have a perception maybe that the LA Zoo is just for kids, and it's really not. We throw a really good party here.
Somewhere, some animals must be wondering how they can sleep with all that racket.
There'll be one more Roaring Nights event this summer on September 27th. You must be 21 to get in. For information or tickets, visit lazoo.org. We all know that summer wouldn't be the same without your pick of outdoor movies. In Echo Park, as the season comes to a close, folks came out to enjoy one last flick under the stars.
Little darling, I see that ice is slowly melting.
We do the annual summer movie nights, and today we are combining with Echo Park Rising, which is another annual event. And we have a theme of music all day, and it's going to lead up to the screening of A Hard Day's Night, of course, with the Beatles. So we've been working with Kamran and the organization and the entire community so we would have a day-long celebration of music and culture here at Echo Park Lake. I have a deep love for all things Beatles. When I turned on my car this afternoon on my way to my first event, the song that came on from the very beginning was A Hard Day's Night, and I thought, this bodes well.
It's our 9th annual event. It's been a labor of love. We're all volunteers, and it's a free festival for the entire community. Tonight is really a culmination of a long process of doing something together at the lake, and it's our family stage, and A Hard Day's Night is a great way to sort of come together. It's the 50th anniversary of Abbey Road was, what, a week and a half ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is a nice coincidence, and people can take their photo as if they're on Abbey Road.
It's the end of the summer, and it's just a good hang in the park. There's been some cool music. We just saw some tap dancers from the Tapitalists, and they were crushing it up there. And I don't know, it's a beautiful night.
What do you get when you mix confetti cannons with lots of kids and families? Well, a whole lot of summer fun at Chinatown Summer Nights.
Confetti candles. This is the second time
always come here this summer. We love Chinatown Summer Nights. We've been coming for years. And the most fun is shooting off the confetti cannons. And my son, who's over there, loves to throw the confetti he's throwing it at my father, who's in town from Virginia.
What's so great about the confetti? Tell me.
We get something on the terrace.
Everybody's having a great time. It'll take us a week to get all the confetti out of our clothes.
If you love Stevie Wonder, join the celebration of his music at the Levitt Pavilion. Check out some vintage cars at a San Fernando car show. And in the mood for some jerk chicken? Well, don't miss this Jerk Fest. All this and things to do. Wonderful, the annual event dedicated to the musical genius of Stevie Wonder, is back. Enjoy a free daytime event for all ages, filled with dancing, food trucks, and live t-shirt screen printing. And of course, DJ Spinna spinning all Stevie exclusives, covers, samples, and remixes. Spend an afternoon among fellow Stevie lovers at Wonderful, happening Sunday, September 1st, beginning at 4 p.m. To RSVP, visit concerts.levittlosangeles.org. Moonlight Customs proudly presents the first annual Moonlight Yaks inaugural car show. Bring your family and friends, food and beverages, folding chairs, and be ready to barbecue alongside many of your fellow car culture enthusiasts. Cruise on over to Moonlight Yaks inaugural car show, happening Saturday, August 31st at Hanson Dan Recreation Center. For more information, check out their listing on Facebook events. Jerk Fest is a cultural awareness festival that pitches tents at UCLA. Come out and experience delicious dishes like jerk chicken, jerk shrimp, yam, and other authentic island dishes. Not only do you have an opportunity to taste exotic foods from the Caribbean, but enjoy music from internationally renowned acts. Jerk Fest 2019 cooks up a great time on Saturday, August 31st, beginning at 12 noon. For ticket information, visit adamari.net. And that's a look at some things to do. That's it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more of LA This Week.